Hello, I'm Bethany from Bethany Wellness. Join me for this brief yoga snack. Hi friends, thank you for joining me today for this brief yoga snack. I just needed a quick 5 to 10 minutes of stepping away from my computer, so I would love if you could join me for that. The only thing you would need today is a mat, and we will begin lying down. Choose this way. Begin to settle into your mat, taking some deep breaths. Letting your breath travel from your stomach all the way up to your shoulders. So from that low belly, fill up your belly first. Then let the breath travel up to the shoulders. And just connect to your breath. We don't need to come into a specific breathing pattern. Just be sure that your breaths are full and that they're steady. And preferably a slower paced breathing. And allow your breath to draw you into this present moment, letting go of any distractions, letting go of anything that interferes with you being present. Think of your exhales as a tool for letting go. Exhales can help you let go of busy thoughts, can help you let go of negative thinking cycles or patterns. One more full breath. And inhale, reach arms overhead. Nice overall stretch. You can even point your toes if you'd like. And let your back arch a little bit. So we're bringing that nice curve through the back. Good. Then slowly lower your spine down to the mat so that your back isn't so arched. And from here, lengthen your left leg as you hike your right hip up. So you're shortening the right leg and lengthening the left leg. So you'll just notice a pulling through your left side, through the left hip and the left leg. Good. Come back to center. Switch sides, lengthen the right leg and hike up the left hip. And take notice here in your body if one side feels more resistant or tighter. For me, my left hip is always a little bit off or a little bit higher up. So this is a wonderful stretch, and I spend more time on the side that needs more time. And come back to center. Then overall stretch, arching your back one last time. Good. Exhale, begin to walk your feet to the mat, then hug knees in. Wake up your toes and your feet and your ankles. And from here you can roll to one side, helping yourself up, or you can rock forward and back using some of that core strength to roll up. Good. And then come into tabletop on your hands and knees. Wrists are under shoulders, knees under hips. Let's go through some cow-cat breaths. Inhale, belly softens down, gaze up. Exhale, tuck and round, gaze back. Go through your own cow-cat. Feel a nice fluid motion as you link your breath to your movement. And decide what feels comfortable. Maybe you're staying more gentle with this movement. Maybe you'd like to go a little deeper. One more cow, one more cat. Come back to center. And sway your hips to the right for side cat. Getting a nice stretch through the right thigh, the right hip. Into that IT band. Come back to center. Exhale, sway your hips to the left, side cat. Now go at your own pace as you sway between right and left, side cat. Finding your flow and your movement, deciding if you have one side that needs more time. It will let you know if it's resistant or tight, and you notice that on that side, spend extra time there. One more to the right and one more to the left. Good, then come back to center. Reach your right arm out to the side at shoulder height. Exhale, thread the needle. Bring that right arm between your left wrist and your left knee and let your right ear rest on the mat. If you prefer to have your right ear up on a block, that's okay too. Just helps you bring a little space between you and the mat. Good, then walk your left hand underneath your shoulder, press out of the pose, tabletop. Other side, left arm reaches out to the side at shoulder height. Exhale, thread the needle. Bring your left ear to rest on the mat. And press up out of the pose into tabletop. Good. This time, bring your left hand back behind you and rest it on the low of your back, kind of right around your right hip. And stay here, gazes down. Just getting a nice bind, opening that left shoulder. Option to stay here, or option to sink your hips to your heels, resting your forehead on your right arm. So choose what's comfortable, what works in your body. This is a child's pose variation with the bind. And if you chose child's pose, you can release that bind and press up back into table. Other side. Bring that right arm into a bind, resting your hand on the left part of your back and your hip. Staying right here if this is comfortable, or sinking hips to heels for child's pose. Rest your forehead on your forearm, your left forearm. If you chose child's pose, release out of the bind and press into table. Let's go through more cat-cow breaths. Inhale for cow pose. Exhale for cat. One more cow, one more cat. Good. Then curl your toes, sink your hips back to your heels for a nice stretch through your feet. And you can choose if you'd like. Another variation would be to lift your knees up off of the mat, letting your heels sink down to the mat. So we're really letting that stretch occur through our heels and into the calf muscles. From here, slowly rise up into a forward fold. Straighten your legs, sink your head down. Give your head a nod, yes and no. You can bend your knees as much as you would like. Inhale, halfway lift. Draw hands to your shins. Create a number 7 with your body. Let your tailbone reach back, big opening through those hamstrings. Exhale, forward fold, soften down. And release your knees back to the mat, tabletop, and then sit into butterfly pose. Soles of your feet connect in front of you. Opening the inner thighs. Giving your feet a little attention here, a little massage perhaps. Oh, my toes are cold today. Get a little blood flow in there. And then you can do a gentle forward fold if that's comfortable for you. Good, then stretch your legs out, give them a little shimmy or a shake. Wonderful. I thank you so much for joining me today for this brief yoga snack. We'll end with Namaste. The teacher in me honors the teacher in you. Namaste. Be well.